Your girl needs to chill the fuck out when I smoke. Hi. I just feel like filming tonight. I really don't have anything specific planned. I mean, I do, but it's all like bullshit. Okay, so first of all, let me just like pack a bowl. I have been listening to Dear Evan Hansen. I listened to the entire soundtrack last night, then I listened to it again, and then I listened to it again today. It's just so unbelievably good. I just said that so weird, that word. It's so unbelievably good. It's insane. It is, fuck me. It is boiling hot on Long Island right now. So yeah, excuse my greasy face. My face is very shiny, and there's like nothing I can do about it, honestly. It's out of my hands. I already powdered. Wait, where's my crack lighter? Can we just talk about this flame? Like, that is excessive. This thing sucks. Okay, I went to the street fair today and I got Zeppelis and fried Oreos, and it occurred to me that a lot of the country probably doesn't even know what a Zeppeli is, let alone like have them in their state. So I just wanted to like share this with you. This is a fried Oreo. You can see the Oreo part of it. It's amazing. Basically, this is a Zeppeli. So like a Zeppeli is just like the dough part, and then they put an Oreo in the Zeppeli. Ah, it's so good. Oh, with powdered sugar, of course. What's the inside? So good. Oh my god. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. That is what we in New York eat. Just dough. Fried dough, really. And then, of course, you shove an Oreo in it. They also do Twinkies, brownies, other gross shit. So I did have, my battery dying already. My whole filming situation is just fucked, let me just tell you that right now. Like, the batteries always die, and my memory card is broken, and this camera I found at my old job, so first world problems, right? But like, I work with what I have, you know? Oh, this is what I wanted to talk about. I know this is like totally unrelated to the intro of this video, which always happens and I always cut it out, but I'm not doing it this time. Because I think this was important. This needed to get out there, and the fact that Dear Evan Hansen is fantastic also needed to get out there. Anyway, I know that paranormal videos are like popular on YouTube, and I didn't think I'd ever make one, but I do have some actual cool experiences with the paranormal, and I want to share them with you, although I feel like my mom can hear me because literally she's right next door to me and her windows are probably open, so my voice, I'm sure, is just traveling right in there. Do I want to close that window? Probably. So, I'm gonna close it. I did grow up in a paranormal household, I guess you could say. There was a lot of freaky shit that went down. I experienced a lot of ghostly activities, and that's why I believed in ghosts until a couple of years ago. It was just everywhere. It was so apparent. It was so part of my life. In my childhood bedroom, I never felt alone. Like, I never knew the feeling of truly being alone when I was a child, because I always felt like I was being watched. And it wasn't until I moved out of that house at 12 years old and I got to my new bedroom that I felt like, wow, like this is what it feels like to feel alone. I actually had to adjust to really feeling alone in my bedroom. That was strange. And that made me realize just how creepy that house is, but I guess I've forgotten that feeling because I just don't feel like ghosts exist, really. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I just find it so hard for me to believe in. I want to, I learn about it, I find it very interesting, but I just can't like get myself to be wholeheartedly in it. But I did have some extremely scary, ghostly experiences in the house I live in right now. So the house I live in right now is my grandfather's house. I have been coming here my entire life. I used to visit on the weekends, and now I live here. I moved here when I was almost 17. It was like 2 weeks before my 17th birthday I got here. So there's like a finished basement and then the upstairs. So it's kind of like a split level house, like loose split level house. Well, I lived in the upstairs basement. Wait, what? I lived in the upstairs bedroom. It was horrible. It was just, first of all, the bedroom wasn't me. Like, this bedroom right now is so me. I love it. And I'm actually moving soon, and I'm really sad about leaving this place. It was very much just like a guest bedroom. It had like this lace covering that went over the bed. It had this vanity that had old makeup stuff, like an actual plastic container where you put that powder brush. It was just super outdated, the room. It didn't have any of my personality, any of my belongings in it. I kept everything else in a separate room, or I don't remember exactly where I kept everything else. Maybe I didn't have anything else, I don't remember. So that was like part of the upstairs house. My grandpa's room was right next to it. So it was just like a very just scary, outdated bedroom. I could hear the ferry all the time. I could hear the train. I'm a mile away from both the ferry and the train. They're constantly going. Well, not the ferry, but the train is constantly going. And like, it was just like a lot of weird noises I wasn't used to. It was just a weird place. I was upset all the time. And I would experience, I can't remember what it's called. I always want to say sleep apnea. The feeling of your mind being awake, but your body is numb. You're lying there numb, and you feel like there's a ghost in the room and you can't do anything about it. And all you can do is think. It's like you're just paralyzed. It's scary. I used to experience that a lot. I want to say at least once a week. I mean, I just thought it was like the house, like the new environment. And one night that happened to me, I heard shuffling next to my bed. And this was after my grandma had... Wait, did she pass away? This is before she passed away. I don't know. I just heard shuffling. And like one night... I'm not gonna tell that story. So yeah. And that scared me so much. Like, so much. Well, then I moved downstairs into this bedroom. And I've transformed this bedroom so far. If you go back to my, like... early videos, you can see what a disgusting pigsty this bedroom was, because I just had to put my stuff on top of somebody else's stuff, really. Anyway, I came down here and that all stopped. I didn't experience that for a long time, really long time. What I experience now are nightmares. That is a nightly occurrence for me, and I don't know if it's the bedroom or if it's just my own brain turning on me. It possibly could be that. I am a very paranoid person nowadays. My nightmares are all really bad about people dying and natural disasters and everything fun like that. That's why sometimes I like to smoke before I go to bed, because then I don't dream. So that's my personal experience here. My siblings who have lived here, my mom, they all say that when they go to the bathroom, they can hear someone walk past the bathroom door or walk up and down the staircase that's directly in front of the bathroom door, or they'll hear like people walking around upstairs when nobody was around, just like footstep type deals. I never heard anything like that. One day my mom tells me this story where she's outside and we've got sliding glass doors. She's just like outside at our table and she looks in and she sees me standing in the doorway. And I'm just like looking out of the glass part at her, and then I turn and go into my room because my room is directly next to the door. Like a couple of hours later, she knocks on my door and she's like, "Where were you today? I knocked on your door." And I'm like, "What do you mean? Like I was at work or I was hanging out, like I wasn't home." And she's like, "Well, I saw you looking through the door and then you came into your room and then you weren't there." I was like, "I was out. Like that wasn't, I don't know what you're talking about." And then my mom was like, "Yeah, actually, I thought the girl had darker hair than yours, and she had like a different length too. I think her hair was like longer than mine." And so basically, my mom saw who she thought was me go into my bedroom. And like now I suddenly feel like I'm not alone. Actually, last night I felt like I wasn't alone, but that was because I was listening to the song from Dear Evan Hansen, "You Are Not Alone." And so then I was like, holy shit, I'm not. Did she really look like me? Like, why? Oh, I just thought of another one too. My brother-in-law, one day was here. We had this like pantry in the back of our house, and he turned real quick and he said something like, "Is this house haunted?" And we were like, "Yeah, like we think so. Why?" And he said that because he saw a woman and a little boy run into our pantry. That's terrifying. Oh, it skeeves me out. And just like a couple times, like right before my grandma died, she was upstairs on hospice, and my mom would hear footsteps walking back and forth, and she was convinced it was her Aunt Jeannie. And then my grandpa recently, or like last year, was in the hospital, and my mom thought he was going to pass away, and that's when she heard the footsteps again. And so she thinks like it's like my family, or I think one time I was upstairs and my mom and my sister, they thought they saw someone coming down the porch as if they were going to be knocking on the front door. Oh my god, I'm so creeped out right now. Even though I don't believe in this stuff, I haven't had one ghost experience other than the horrible like sleep paralysis and nightmares. This is my paranormal story for this house because it's scary here. Thanks for watching. Your girl needs to chill the fuck out when I smoke. I just convinced myself, like, I'm still pretty convinced that I have skin cancer. Like, I just read about melanoma and all of its beautiful signs and horribleness. Is this normal? Is my brain normal? Somebody help me. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go be normal and just watch The Office. Alright, well, I'm gonna go. So, bye.